Hello everyone, welcome to another video on Elite Academy, and we are here with our daily issue analysis DIA, as it is being called by the aspirant community. Okay, so hope you guys are enjoying, and once again, thank you so much for all the love, wishes, and the feedbacks and appreciation which we are receiving on our DIA initiative, be it the review, the analysis, and or be it the current the notes which we are providing, the handwritten notes. So still, if you have not joined our Telegram channel, so do subscribe our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box, and there you will get the handwritten notes of this issue. So on daily basis, whatever we are discussing, whatever we are analyzing, short notes, revision friendly notes are being provided there. Okay, so let's start with the discussion of today's dia. So today we have taken this topic of India Japan relations, why it is in news. So it is in news because it is very important, keeping in mind Shinzo's Abe death, and it's very sad. First of all, before we proceed with the discussion, our prayers, deep condolences with the family on his death. May Lord give strength to his followers and his family. And it is very sad. He was a man of very progressive thought process, and our relations with Japan during his tenure as a prime minister improved a lot. And our prime minister, Honorable Modi, and that time Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, they shared very good relation, and it changed the dynamics. That was a very good time. So we will always remember him for his work and for the relation. With this, let's proceed our discussion. So it is not that because this is in news, it's not that just because of this India Japan relation is important. Definitely it is important because of whatever at that point of time India shared with relationship India shared with Japan. But also it is important because this year India and Japan's 14th annual summit was organized in April, and Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida, he arrived India, and there was a meeting, there was an annual summit. In this context also, India-Japan relation becomes very important. Okay, so this year this meeting was happened, and this year is also important because it is the 70th anniversary of our diplomatic relation this year, that is 2022. And as I told you, that 14th annual summit was organized in 2022, which was there in somewhere April 2022. So this meeting was important because here it was discussed that how we can deepen our strategic and global partnership. So in this context, India-Japan relation needs a very good analysis from exam point of view. You don't need to do any research. We need to have points so that we can write good answer. So let's start with the discussion. India-Japan relation, if we analyze, we have shared commonalities. So what are these shared commonalities? So starting right from democratic virtue, peaceful coexistence, rule of law, transparency, and we also have a common heritage of Hindu mythology and Buddhist thought process. So in the recent years, if we analyze, our relationship has gone beyond economics, and it has entered in the sphere of strategic cooperation. And this was well recognized by Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi in April on the 70th anniversary of our establishment of diplomatic relation. He told that our ties between the two countries have deepened in every sphere. So this was possible because we have shared commonalities. Okay. Other than shared commonalities, we are complementary to each other. How? So we know that Japan is capital rich and India needs capital. And this has been proved by that India is the biggest recipient of Japanese aid, and it has already become one of the largest destination for Japanese FDI among major economies. So this way we complement each other. Another area is with respect to manufacturing. So we all know that Japan has a solid heavy manufacturing base, while India boasts service led growth. So here also we complement each other. We know that India is a leader in software and Japan is a leader in hardware. So this is again a complementary pair. We know that Japan's population is aging. Japan is aging more rapidly than any other major developed country. On the other hand, India has world's largest youthful population. Okay. So this is another area. Next is with respect to technology. We know that Japan has financial and technological power, while on the other hand, India has human capital, human surplus, labor surplus is there. Japan needs market. We are huge market, so we provide a huge market for the consumption. So these are the pairs where you should analyze that how we complement each other. If you write like this, then it will show the depth of analysis in your answers. So you make use of this. Okay, now let's analyze the relationship in the domain of economy. So economic relationship or economic cooperation, if we analyze, then India and Japan, SEPA came into force in 2011. It covers, so 2011, the SEPA was introduced. SEPA came into force. What all is covered? So goods is covered, services are covered. Not only that, it also covers the movement of people, that is person, movement of investment, IPR, custom procedures, etc. Okay, so this is with respect to SEPA. So what is the purpose of the SEPA? SEPA is envisaging abolition of tariff over 94% items which are traded between India and Japan between the period, this 10 years period. Okay, so this is the objective. Okay, and if we analyze from our export and import point of view, so India's primary exports to Japan are petroleum products, chemical elements are there, fish, textile, etc. Okay, and with respect to imports, if we analyze, then iron and steel, we know that we provide raw material, they provide finished good, electronic goods. So we are very much familiar about the Japanese companies like Casio. Casio is there, Toshiba is there, Canon is there. Okay, Nikon is there. So many companies are there. Electronic goods are the companies of which electronic goods are very popular in India. Machinery, transport equipments, automobile. So if you are already familiar with Suzuki, Honda, Nissan, Mitsubishi. So these are all Japanese company. So every day we analyze these. We use these electronic products or automobiles, or we observe them in our surrounding. So that is the strength of India-Japan relationship in the domain of economy. Let's analyze the other areas of cooperation. Now we will analyze the areas of cooperation with respect to infrastructure and connectivity. So the first point which we should know is that India is largest recipient of Japanese ODA, and it is helping in quality infrastructure and modernizing connectivity in India. So what is ODA? That is official development assistance. So Japanese ODA has been enabler in advancing the quality infrastructure in India. So that is very important. Next point is with respect to mega infrastructure. So the ODA is also playing very important, very instrumental role in mega infrastructure projects like high speed rail or industrial corridors of Mumbai Ahmedabad. Sorry, Mumbai Ahmedabad is high speed rail. Okay. Delhi Mumbai or Chennai Bangalore, these are the industrial corridors. So remember like this: Delhi to Mumbai, you are going via industrial corridor. Mumbai to Ahmedabad, you are going through high speed rail. And then Chennai to Bangalore, you are being connected through industrial corridor, and all this is possible because of the Japanese ODA. So this is second area which you should write. Next is with respect to the connectivity in northeastern region. So Japan has emerged as a trusted partner in advancing the connectivity in our northeastern region. So we have India Japan coordinated forum with respect to development of northeast, which was instituted in 2017. So with respect to connectivity, Japan is playing role, and this deal was done, or this association was done in 2017. Next point is related to investment in Andaman Nicobar and Island. So Japan has become the first country to be allowed by India to invest in civilian and strategic infrastructure of Andaman and Nicobar Island. Not only that, we have analysis. We have report by India's Exim Bank. So a study was done by India Exim Bank. So they have analyzed that India's total trade with Japan has increased from 10 billion in the past to 18 billion in 2019. So you have to remember this much only, that according to India's Exim Bank study, in 2019, India's Japan trade, the total India's total trade with Japan was at dollar US dollar 18 billion. So this is what you should remember, and this is how you should substantiate your point. So whatever you are seeing, the examples, the areas of cooperation, your side heading will be infrastructure and connectivity, and these will be the areas of cooperation, be it ODA, mega infrastructure project, northeastern connectivity, northeastern region, or investment in Andaman Nicobar Island. And trade, our trade stands at US dollar 18 billion. So this is how you should substantiate. Don't overdo. Okay, whenever you are collecting information, whenever you are reading newspaper, so just collect only that much, whatever you will be able to replicate in the answers. So do this for all the topics. Okay, let's discuss other areas of cooperation. Now we will analyze the maritime cooperation, how the India and Japan are doing there. So if we analyze it, then we will find that both the nations are votaries, or we both support the rule based international order. We support freedom of navigation. And not only that, we have India and Japan has vision for free and open Indo-Pacific region. Okay, so with this vision, with these values, we are also coordinating, and we are also part of Quad, where Japan, India, US, and Australia are together for free and open Indo-Pacific region. So maybe it is being seen by many as a strategy or a fora where we are countering increasing China's dominance in the region. So that is definitely true, and also it is based on the democratic principles. Also, India Japan have shipping policy forum which was launched in 2010 for a smooth navigation, for a smooth cooperation in the region. Okay, and the last point with respect to India Japan relation in maritime cooperation is that recently India and Japan and Australia, remember it, three countries, India, Japan, and Australia, they have formally launched this SCRI initiative. So what is SCRI? That is Supply Chain Resilience Initiative. Supply Chain Resilience Initiative. Basically, this is a strategy, this is an initiative to counter China's dominance in supply chain in Indo-Pacific region. So this is how we are countering with in the field of supply chain as well. So remember these areas, that our maritime cooperation definitely is for our smooth navigation based on democratic principle, and also with an agenda to counter China's increasing dominance. So if you will remember the ideas, then you would be able to substantiate with these points as well. Okay. Now we will analyze our cooperation in the sector in defense and security, and from a strategic point of view, defense or security and strategic point of view. So the first point which we should analyze is that in 2014, remember it, these years, if you can remember, it is good. Otherwise, you remember the crux, that why what is important. So in 2014, India Japan upgraded their relationship to a special strategic and global partnership. So how will you remember it? Maybe you can remember it this way: SSGP. Okay, SSG. So special strategic and global partnership. Okay. Not only that, we have 2+2 dialogue forum is there. Both of the countries, be India and Japan, have 2+2, that is secretariat level and ministerial level dialogue. Okay. And if we analyze from civil nuclear cooperation point of view, so India and Japan, we have civil nuclear cooperation agreement where Japan provides nuclear reactor, they provide nuclear fuel, they provide nuclear technology to India. And it is very unique. Why? Because India is the only non-NPT signatory with which Japan has such deal. So that's why it is very unique. Next is with respect to bilateral defense cooperation. So we have agreement on transfer of defense equipment and technology cooperation is there. So this is a agreement concerning related to transfer of defense equipments and technology cooperation. So that means a lot. So this agreement was in 2015. In 2020, both the countries, India and Japan, have signed ACSA, that is of Acquisition and Cross Servicing Agreement. ACSA, and Cross Servicing Agreement. So what happens in this? On both sides, the armed forces, they coordinate closely in services and supplies whenever it is required. Okay. Other than this, we have defense exercises where we are cooperating with each other. So we have GMX, that is a naval exercise. So this will be important for prelims, those people who are writing it next year. And if you are listening to this video, you should collect on the same lines. You should collect the defense exercises with the countries, India and other countries. So we have GMX, that is naval exercise. We have this Malabar exercise, so it is with USA, and this is there are many nations here. Okay, then we have Shinu Matri. Shinu Matri is our Air Force exercise. We have Dharma Guardian, that is Army exercise. So these are the areas where we India and Japan is cooperating with each other in the field of defense, security, and strategic areas. Okay, now we will analyze it from science and tech and cultural point of view. When you are analyzing India Japan relation from science and technology point of view, then it will be with respect to, it should start with India Japan Science Council. So we have bilateral council which was established in 1993 for exchange, for discussions. Okay, then we have Sakura Exchange Program is there. And this Sakura Exchange Program is implemented by our Department of Science and Tech and the parallelly the respective department there, that is Japan Science and Tech Agency is there. So what is this? This is an annual Japan Asia Youth Exchange Program in science and technology in the field of science. Okay. So this is a very unique thing which we should remember, and it will help in substantiating our points. Not only that, in the field of technology, ISRO, our space agency, and the space agency of Japan, that is JAXA, they are working together for maritime domain areas. We are cooperating in that aspect. Maritime domain areas, we have cooperated. Okay, so this is with respect to science and tech. Okay, next is the very recent one in the field of India Japan Clean Energy Partnership. So, India Japan has collaborated over clean energy partnership. Why? Because it is with respect to all the sustainable economic growth or addressing the issue of climate change. And here we are together ensuring energy security in the areas such as electric vehicles or storage systems like batteries, electric vehicle charging infrastructure, solar energy, even clean energy including the green hydrogen or ammonia, wind energy. So we are exchanging our views on respective energy transition plans, energy efficiency in the domain of clean energy. So this is also very important. Don't miss whenever you are analyzing countries. Just have a look whether the two countries have any cooperation on clean energy or climate change front or not. Okay. Now, if we analyze India-Japan relation from people to people or cultural or diaspora point of view, so we have approximately 27,000 Indians living in Japan. Okay, 27,000 Indians. Next point is that India has established a scholarship programs, a scholarship system for young Japanese students to study in India. So that is how we are exchanging. This was in 19 since 1951. It was established. A scholarship for Japanese student is being given. We have Vivekanand Culture Center. So this Vivekanand Cultural Center is there in Tokyo. It was opened in 2009. So what is the purpose? It offers classes on yoga, tabla, Odissi, Bollywood dances, Hindi and Bengali languages. So whatever is the cultural component or the traits are there. This Vivekanand Cultural Center is providing opportunity uh, for learning or promotion, you can say. Then in 2017, the first ever parliamentary league for promotion of yoga was launched in Japan. So this is very important point. Also, we have one important Nishikasai area, which is also known as Mini India. So this Nishikasai area in Tokyo, it is in Tokyo. It is emerging as a mini India, and because of the growing numbers, it has prompted the Japanese government to open three Indian schools in Tokyo and Yokohama. So this is the importance of cultural relation, people to people contact, and this strengthens our bond. Not only the cultural elements will be exchanged, but also the bond, the relationship gets improved. Okay, so this is the issue. Now we will, and this is the area. These whatever we have discussed till now are the areas of cooperation. Now we will analyze certain issues. So we are done with the areas of cooperation analysis. Now we will analyze the analysis in the limitations, hindrances, or the issues. Okay. So the first issue is related to poor bilateral trade volume. So though India and Japan have come long way in our economic cooperation, still there are issues related to bilateral trade volumes. So China and Japan, even though they don't share good relationship ideologically, but they have very good trade. So the Japan's trade with China is around US dollar 300 billion. And if we analyze, we have already seen that India-Japan trade relation is still at US dollar 18 billion. However, it has improved, it is increasing, but the volume is very less. So we have poor bilateral trade volume. This is how you should write the subheadings, and then you should analyze and you should substantiate with the help of data. Okay. Next is with respect to red tapeism and labor laws. So Japanese investors, they often complain about lack of clarity, uncertainty in the policy guidelines, labor laws, tax laws, and legal and regulatory framework leading to red tapeism. So economic survey also analyzed the issue of uncertainty in the policy making, which was there in 2018-19, and this issue was highlighted by economic survey also, that how it is creating a problem for the investors. So this is a problem for which the Japanese investors face when they come to India. So this issue was acknowledged when the prime ministers visited, our honorable prime minister visited India, and the uh, prime minister of Japan visited Japan. So if you remember, this was in news that how honorable prime minister acknowledged it, that red carpet will replace red tape. So this was recognized by honorable prime minister in 2014, and this was when he visited there. Okay, so red tapeism. This is another limitation or area of concern issue. Next issue is related to limited defense cooperation. So India and Japan, we have defense relationship. After we have multiple defense exercises, agreements, but it is majorly, primarily focusing and revolving around China. That the cooperation, to what extent it should have been, it is not there. We are also becoming exporter of defense equipments, but we have limited defense cooperation when it comes to India and Japan relations. And if we analyze the stand of Japan on border issues with China, then also we find that Japan doesn't support us aggressively or in a friendly manner. The support on border issue is very minimal. So Japan does not give major importance to India when it comes to Indo-China border issues or Indo-Pak border conflicts. So major strategic areas or issues which wherever India's concerns are there, Japan has never supported us. However, Russia has supported us in multilateral fora or United Nations different forums, but we have never seen Japan coming to the forefront and supporting India. So this is also one of the important issue. Next is with respect to defense procurement. So there is hardly any exchange or procurement of defense equipments or technology from Japan. So that is an area of concern. Even though we have good relation, nothing is happening. But even though Japan has not very good or not very friendly relation with China, then also they have good bilateral volume and other relationship. Also, we have issue with respect to Japanese nuclear plants and technology as well. There we have found delays in the technology transfer or the equipments. So these are the issues, limitations. Now we will analyze, we will see the way forward. So whenever we are talking about way forward, so whatever we have discussed, the issues, you can just change that, write the opposite of that, but still we shall write something futuristic. So what you should write, that how to strengthen the relationship. You talk about using the complementaries to advantage, what we have discussed in the starting. So how we can complement each other, be it population, technology, market, anything, or the requirement of the investment. So copy the issues from the slide where we have discussed complementaries, and you talk that how we can use the complementaries to advantage. Also talk about upcoming technology where India can provide leadership, be it artificial intelligence, machine learning, 5G, cyber security. So both countries, even Japan is leader in the technology, so we both can come together and we can strengthen our relationship. Also talk about multipolar Indo-Pacific region where the decision making is based on the democratic principle. It is a win-win situation for all, and it is for peace and harmony of the region, thus leading to a global order where we all are living in peace and harmony. So this is what you should talk about India Japan relation whenever you are writing. So write the conclusion or way forward futuristic, optimistic. So with this, we are done with the today's topic. Hope you all had good time. Hope you all got good knowledge, information, many answer writing tips as well. Okay. So if you enjoyed, then let us know. If there is any problem, that also please let us know. Use the comment section in order to share your experiences. Okay, guys. So take care. We'll meet in another video. And yes, again, I'm reiterating, if you have not subscribed to our Telegram channel, especially for the handwritten notes of this whole video, so you please subscribe so that you can get it there. We are sharing there. Okay, guys. Take care. Have fun. Enjoy and revise well.